During the Age of Ancients, Havel and his knights fought fiercely alongside Gwyn to rid the world of the everlasting dragons. However, Gwyn had other plans for them. Midir is an immortal dragon raised by the gods and tasked with watching over Gwyn's daughter in the Ringed City as it battled darkness until the end of time. What if these two enemies fought? Who would win? To answer that question, I've simulated 100 of these battles, and today we'll be watching the most exciting one from that collection. At the end of this video, we'll take a look at why the winner won using data I pulled from the game's files. Without further ado, let's begin. Havel was one of the most iconic dragon slayers in all of Lordran. However, he alone was no match for the immortal Midir, who won 85 out of the 100 battles I simulated. Although Havel had the edge in defense, his poor mobility and lackluster range made it extremely difficult for him to keep up with Midir's speed. But whenever he did manage to land an attack, especially on Midir's head, it was devastating. While dragon slayers like Havel are used to dealing with fire breath, the Dark Eater's laser beam was unlike anything he'd ever faced. Even his rock form wasn't enough to withstand it, and while it did boost his defenses and allow him to take more attacks without staggering, there wasn't much Havel could do in the form as it severely reduced his speed, further hindering his already poor mobility. Havel's defenses were great, but Midir could easily bypass them with his grab, and if the Dark Eater ever sustained enough damage to enter its second phase, he was easily overwhelmed by the dragon's dark type attacks, which became increasingly more vicious and erratic the lower its health got. All things considered, its superior speed and range meant that Gwyn's pet dragon would almost certainly come out on top. This round goes to Midir. Subscribe.